We've had the old, we've had the new. We are about to have the latest. Is it the greatest? We're going to let them debate this. And now we have got all the intros going. Everybody, this is the Apple Arcade exclusive Sonic Dream Team. We are being joined by 4 amazing runners, 4 different countries. We've got Scotland, we've got England, we've got America, we have got Australia showing us Sonic Dream Team and this absolutely delightful introduction. I'm going to let the runners, any of the runners that want to take the stage and let us know what we are in for.
I'm just vibing to the intro.
Opened that up to everyone. There we go. That's fine. That's fine.
To the intro. So, vibing.
Let's vibe. Yeah, this intro is phenomenal. Shout outs to Amy.
Can we get an animation of this, please? Okay, thanks, bye.
It's right there.
I mean, a full TV series.
Full TV show, that'd be phenomenal.
The dream.
It'd be so good. You mean the Dream Team?
Hey!
Hey! Puns have started, and we haven't even started the run.
Said the thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm catching it over on like the restream, and I'm just like, that is actually pretty good.
I just love seeing the full stream, and everyone's got the cam on, and this is me with my little model and the Amy Rose blush.
Aw, I love your little model with the Amy
blush.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So, folks, this is Sonic Dream Team. Sonic is in this, but we are going to be avoiding him as much as we can, which is just what we've got to try and do. So, runners, do you want me to count you in?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I think we should.
Awesome. Everybody's ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
Yes,
checking
I'm
in with
ready.
Callie. Alrighty, folks. We're going to get this underway in 3, 2, 1. Not Sonic. Let's go.
Oh, that's go.
I was going to say, that's a weird goal, but that's fine. It works.
Damn it, thanks.
Yeah,
Em.
I was like, I think that's what it was. I was like, I pressed it.
I think we all need to give a big shout out to the Sega Highlight dev that made Amy the first selection for this.
my God, my game's
It
already
makes it a lot
better.
easier.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding. My game's already crashed.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody, you
Shout
may
out.
notice there's a crash counter on the stream. This is why.
1 star.
That is
It
awesome.
was,
Couldn't
I
happen
think
to
it
the
was
first-
predicted it was going to be hard.
Yep.
But still, shout outs to the development team. And in fact, yes, we know Callie's heart very much lies with Amy, which is great because in this run we are avoiding Sonic, and that means that we get a lovely showcase on Amy. Amy is the first unlockable. We have a whole load of statues that we can get in this game, but that is not the core gameplay. We have got various different stages. We can now skip the tutorial thanks to an update in this game, and we've got a whole load of different missions that we do in various stages in this game. That's another crash from Oh my gosh,
What's happening?
this does not bode well.
Did y'all reboot your devices? Like, come on.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, having said that, it's looking a bit rough for Hudson Callie, but what we're seeing for no, not Hudson
Mike
Callie, who was it?
hasn't
It was Rhodes.
Rhodes,
It was
yeah,
Rhodes.
yeah.
It's Argick and Callie though, who are doing very well in the first stage. They have had to collect some rings, and they are now going on to the Dream Portal. Dream Portals are what kind of take us from one stage to the next. We've still got a whole lot of menuing to do, and in the any percent run, we can choose what stages we do to a certain extent. We don't have to play the whole game, which is handy, and they are pretty neck and neck at the moment, which is exciting to see. Let's hope that we don't have any more crashes for the folks who have already crashed, because that would not give them a... I mean, to be fair, in terms for fighting for third place, you're both doing pretty well at the moment.
Our dear
gonna
friend
say that
Richard
way.
has pointed out the crashes are currently going counterclockwise, so Arg is next.
No, excuse me. Disagree.
I'm okay with that. I gotta have some advantage. It's 2 a.m. for me.
That is true. A big thank you for
Yeah.
actually being here and joining us.
No
for
problem.
this.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we're definitely getting some good worldwide representation here. Folks who have been on the Games Done Quick channel before might have seen, can't remember which specific hotfix, but we did have Witherman showing off the 90% run for this as well. Things have changed since then. You know, it's a modern game. On mobile devices, you can get this on pretty much any Apple product that's past a certain age. How much it will crash, we can't exactly guarantee that, but yeah, no, this run is one that keeps developing thanks to the new content that keeps on getting added. So yeah, we've already said shout out for the Amy statue. Shout out to the Hardlight team who have made this game really quite special. You can already see the core gameplay of it, which is what a lot of people have asked for in a Sonic game. You know, 3D platforming in a nice open areas. You can have nice flowing movement, having different quests that you got to go for, almost kind of akin to treasure hunting in some moments. Having some high-speed gameplay, and yeah, it's a nice range, and all of the characters have decent abilities. I think they've done the gliding characters a bit dirty with how they kind of sink like a rock after 2 seconds, but it is what it is. We take the little victories.
We get the return of Cream, so you know that's pretty good.
I love little squeakers. She squeaks
All the time.
all she does is just everything is like such a happy cheery squeak. It's like I'm just glad she's back. She's been left out for so long.
So we have just seen Callie get through one of the Dream Shard stages. They're called Dream Shards, right?
Yep.
I believe so.
That's great.
And I
Argick's just got
crashed
through
again.
one as well. Oh no, Rhodes, another crash.
That's
No
crazy.
way.
I practiced an hour and a half before this and didn't have one crash.
It knows
That one was a white screen crash that time. Yeah.
It knows that your luck has been too good. So both Argick and Callie have had those sort of treasure hunting stages, having to get those emerald shards. We'll hopefully be seeing HUDs go through that in not too long. Hopefully we'll see Rhodes get there as well.
Jeez.
with no more hindrances. And now they have just had to open doors as well. You've got to collect some keys in this section to get through to the next part. And yeah, that's kind of, the game is fairly self-explanatory, but what you are seeing is them know where all the hitboxes are, where the different sort of trigger areas for rails and springs are, because the homing attack in this game is very, very powerful and something that you want to utilize a lot to snap onto rails to, you know, go fast and get to where you need to through the best routes that you can possibly get. So yeah, it's they're getting red star rings through these levels because you get extra orbs as a result, I believe.
Oh, he said the trigger word.
Yep,
He
that's
said the
correct.
word.
He did.
Orbs.
He said it. Orb.
Oh,
Yeah, Sonic game with orbs, everybody.
oh dear.
Also,
Yeah, as
Sonic
we were
game with
saying,
coins.
we have to collect 70 dream orbs throughout the entire game. That would unlock our final boss, which will then allow us to complete the game.
No, allow us to crash.
Also allow us to crash. In the
New advanced
in the,
ways of crashing.
In the first act of each level, as we were saying, we can collect the red star rings. By collecting all 5 of them, it gives us that extra dream orb, so it's kind of 2 for the price of 1 in doing so. There is a very specific route that we have for getting through this game to make sure that we do the fastest possible levels, while also minimizing the amount of menuing we have to do, which doesn't count for the in-game time, but certainly counts for RTA. So for the most part, this is an amalgamation of a route developed by Ray and Hearts, Witherman, KingRhodes, and myself, basically getting angry with spreadsheets.
Yeah. And that is one thing to pick up too, what Hud said, though. Crashes actually don't affect in-game time. So in theory, like when you do leaderboard stuff, you can crash 10 times in a run and you can still have record or a PB. But your RTA would be, you know, ridiculously high.
Disastrous.
Yeah.
And we are now seeing the first boss of the game. You can see that there was a little trigger to tell you which character to go for. We are, of course, rejecting Sonic and returning to Amy, because that's what... It's the finer things in life that we appreciate. And
I am
this
having a
boss,
time. What happened?
this boss is mean, but it's also, I feel mean. Like poor guy. What can he do? I know he's trying to harm us, but you know, oh my goodness, the sync is looking incredible. Alrighty, it is kind of neck and neck with Arg and Callie right now. It'd be interesting to
Don't
see
say that.
come the end of the boss. Let's see what happens.
It's kind of looking neck and neck between Arg and Callie. I wonder when Arg will crash.
Yes. Put the voodoo on
This
it.
has been bullying me in setup here, by the way. King Rhodes has been getting in on it too.
Oh yeah. Somewhere to be.
So having said all this, Hans is also on the boss, so he really ain't too far away from the top 2 right now, but anything can happen. The poor boss has been blasted into oblivion, poor guy, and we are now getting onto our next zone, as it were. I'm not going to try it. The Dream Factory, there we go, it says it. I know my game. I know this game. Dream Factory is cool. Like, you know, you see a lot of factory stages in Sonic games. I think this is pretty neat. I don't know whether any of our runners have any strong opinions. Callie, what do you make of this stage?
So I before doing any percent, I actually ran 101 orbs, which is was all the orbs in the game before the update. This was my least favorite world, just because some of the later orbs are very frustrating. And any percent, it's not too bad. It's actually a fun time because a lot of the more challenging orbs are just not here. I think it's a very unique stage, and yeah, no, for a factory level, I think it's a lot more bright and colorful, which is fun.
Yeah, this game looks amazing, and the fact that it's consistent across the board. I know, you know, Apple products are pretty powerful nowadays, but it's a very visually, it's a nice looking game. I like how it is. Shout outs to the pin in the chat. Huds' mic looks like an ice cream sandwich, somebody said. In fact, Supersonic said that.
Nice.
I spotted that. Oh, I just skill issued on the hardest jump in the game.
Wait.
It's a very difficult jump. So this first level in the Dream Factory, the first thing you're supposed to do is collect 3 keys in order to open up the gate and progress. But there is a very tight jump you can do off one of the pistons that gives you just enough height to make it up the top. And I've been struggling with that all in practice for some reason. I struggled again today.
That's not that hard. I'm kidding. It is really tight.
It is tight.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
It's probably worth as
don't-
well, because just quickly talking about the one bit of speed tech that unfortunately got removed from the game. I know, it's so sad. So there was a bit of speed tech that was discovered, which was known as derailing, where these rails that we grind on effectively, you can't normally get off of them. But a boost followed immediately by like a frame perfect jump would actually let you escape them. And there were a couple of areas in the game where that was actually pretty useful for kind of speeding things up. Unfortunately, the latest patch for the game has removed that ability. So it's only a couple of places where it was really useful, but it is a shame to see that bit of speed tech getting patched, unfortunately. Such is life.
Indeed. Know what else is really cool though?
Go on.
Dream Factory, every door's the OBS logo.
God, I can't unsee it now.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I see it and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
He's cursed.
Some information you gotta
That's
keep
just
to yourself, Art.
I mean, it's kind of cool.
See, that, Callie, that requires me to shut up.
That ain't happening.
Never.
Alrighty, so one thing that is handy in this game that we don't see in many of the other 3D Sonic iterations is with these flight characters, they have a flight meter, sort of akin to what you might see in Breath of the Wild with stamina, which is really handy for these characters so that you know how much you're going to be able to get out of them, because they do kind of glide down. You know, they're not going to quickly plummet, but it's handy to know what you can get away with, especially when you're, you know, beginning to learn the game and get to grips with things.
Yeah. Welcome to 221, where Arg found shortcut and is very happy because saved 40 seconds. That's my contribution to the run now. And all it is a tiny gap in a wall that you can fly up into that allows you to skip going around the stage. And then you go back the way you came from, jump at the key, and then fly up, and it allows you to skip that entire segment. Really good.
It really is.
Nice.
Another really difficult jump. Dream Factory's just full of difficult jumps.
Pretty much.
Now, I've chatted to, I think it was Huds about this, might have been Arg as well, but the music of this game, what are we thinking? I'm gonna throw it over. Yeah. Okay. So that's One Love.
It's amazing. I love it.
That's one amazing. Rhodes, what's your thought on the music of this game?
3D Blast is better, but this is close second. I like it.
Any opportunity for 3D Blast? I gotta respect the hustle. Callie,
But no, it's pretty
are you a
good.
fan?
I'll be real. Besides the ending thing, a lot of it just kind of it's just background music. I think the soundtrack is, for me personally, is one of the weaker aspects of this game. Nothing bad, but just kind of it's all right.
I feel inclined to agree. Like it's by no means bad. There are very few Sonic games with a bad soundtrack, but I don't know, it doesn't blow me away.
I like it. It's bouncy. It serves its purpose well, and it's just about memorable enough, I would say. Like, it's not the most iconic, but it's also definitely not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It fits the colorfulness of the game, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they're meant to be inside, like, Cream's dreams, basically. It's like, this is what she's listening to. It's like, all right, okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I guess seeing it from that point of view, yeah, that makes sense.
But I do agree. It's like, you're not going to be like... You're not going to be like, oh yeah, remember that one song from Dream Team so good, like Ice Cap, yo. You're not really going to have that kind of feel to it.
I'm
But
not
it is-
planning
it
on
is
buying the
pretty
vinyl anytime soon, no. You're
Listen,
right.
out of principle, if this game gets a vinyl, I'll buy it.
Oh, they've got to design the vinyls like the
there
orcs
I
as
go.
well.
I've had my crash.
no,
I've had my
it's
first crash.
First arc remains.
Listen, I know when I'm crashing at the end of the game. I'm not kidding. I've crashed 3 times in a row.
And I know I probably shouldn't say it, but at that point, both Argick and Callie were still staying neck and neck. So this is swaying the balance a little bit. Argick is now going to be given a little bit of a lead. We are at the mercy of whether this game is going to be nice
Don't
or
worry, I'll
not.
throw it later. It's fine.
No.
So yeah, you're going to be seeing the characters for this run. We haven't seen... Have we seen them yet?
What do you mean, Cameron?
World 3.
What? Excuse, I need to ask you, what have I done that deserves
Mine just
karma?
crashed.
Oh,
Hey!
Mine just crashed going back to 113.
Chat, what have I done to deserve karma and crashes? Like, they're like, oh, a karma will come for you. But what did I do?
You're getting off lightly whilst your comrades are falling short.
I mean, blame Apple.
Oh, dear.
Nah,
So,
these races do come down to, like, when we might be doing an RTA race right now, the game itself is timed by IGT, and something that's really good about this game is that, in general, if you're in a level and then your game crashes, any time you spent in that level is actually not counted to your file time, so you're not actually losing the time IGT-wise, it's just an RTA issue. AKA, sorry for your schedule, Amber. Please do not kill me. It's not my problem. I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
That's all right. Amber won't kill you. I will. Alrighty, so we're seeing a mix of Dream Factory. We're also seeing a mix of what's the first stage called?
Scramble Short.
Yes, Scramble Chores. Because when you get to a certain point in this game, you start unlocking other missions that you can do, or there are just the option to backtrack and get orbs in a more speedy manner instead of sort of taking what the game wants you to do in a sort of linear pattern of, you know, you do this one next. So it makes sense to backtrack because speedrunning, we want to go fast. We want to do the missions that are the quickest. And yeah, shout outs to, I think Huds did do a lot of legwork with it. I think there were, I think Rhodes helped out as well with trying to work out what the fastest missions were. Actually, Rhodes, you did a lot of this. I'm going to let the runners actually explain.
I did a
who
lot of
what.
the actual spreadsheeting with IOing every single level and writing out what times was, and then I kind of tried to go through and did some menuing, and then Huds was like, Rhodes, you're so bad at this, let me do it myself.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, yeah, take the lead,
Toxic.
man. And then he menued the levels, but his routing for this is phenomenal. We get to spam A or whatever so much, it's great.
Wow.
But yeah, I went
Huds is
through
being
and
outed as toxic
Wow.
live.
I went through and picked a lot of what I thought was the fastest levels for the trials and what like that and whatnot, and did the best on all that. And I think we got a good routing, but since the new update, we haven't actually rerouted the game. Technically, I don't know if we really need a reroute, but I feel like there might be a chance for 1 or 2 more levels to sneak in.
Yeah, I think there is a chance for a couple of levels to change based on some of the minor tweaks that have been made. But yeah, as KingRhode said, like, he was the one that went through and basically did ILs of every single level, so we knew a benchmark time for them all. Like I said earlier, we already kind of had a route, and that was kind of put together by KingRhodes and Withermin and Ray. And then I got really angry with the game one day and decided to go and reroute everything because that's what I do. So I cracked out the spreadsheets on stream for 2 hours. Because that's what happens when I get angry with things. Yeah. I open Excel.
It's because... Oh, sorry.
God.
It is because of the complication of what I like, because I got this game like as soon as it came out and whatnot, and like the idea of like running like what would be the faster orbs, like I don't want to do this, I'm just gonna do all the orbs. That way it's the easiest solution. You just get good at everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think you are the only one that has done all orbs, right?
All orbs, yeah. And you could like beat that time by a minute because that time did the tutorial. That was before that update came out. So like that's an easy world record for the taken.
Well, that is if you've held on to the old version of the game, because now with it updating, there are more orbs to collect. So.
Although to be fair, like the new orbs are just additional boss stages where it's like just do the same boss but faster, do the same boss with 1 ring. And I kind of feel that the 109 orbs category isn't going to be a thing because of that. Like the 101 of get every orb plus complete the bosses, I kind of feel still stands as the category people would want to run.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what happens with the DLC when it's fully completed.
You get crash number 2 for me.
Oh. I'm keeping quiet. I'm keeping quiet. Go away. No. It's okay, Apple TV. They can't hurt you. It's okay. You can't hurt you. It's fine.
It's trying to do something. It's screaming at you in the top left. It's going, ah!
No, keep going. It's fine. You keep going.
You're just giving it gentle pats, just being like, there. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yosh.
Yosh. there, little buddy.
Nice. Well, Argick is maintaining a nice lead at this point, but we haven't seen the other 2 characters. We've seen a whole load of Amy. We have seen a whole load of Cream. I think we saw a little bit of Tails. I think we might have seen one of the runners use Tails a little bit.
We see one Tails. Tails usually pops up in levels where we're given access to all characters, but we want to be a fly character because it's just quicker to menu to him instead of Cream.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me.
That's a crash for her.
That's another one.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Is that 3 for me now in 20 minutes? Oh.
Yeah, folks, before this, the producer of this current schedule said, you reckon 4 crashes between you lot? We have already gone past
7 now.
That mark. Yeah well crazy. Past that mark.
They're like 4 apiece? I was like, no shot. Maybe 1 apiece at most. Okay.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I've just
realized my irrelevant world record is in danger. Hud, stop crashing! I currently hold the record for most crashes in a run at 8. Hud, stop it!
Look, if I get 8 and still come under estimate, then by default I win.
No.
Yes.
I mean, you know Hud's an irrelevant world record, so he will be fighting for it.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, so there are still 2 characters that we are yet to see. We've already been talking about, their gameplay, but we will be introduced to them in a little bit. We are missing a whole, plot line with this game, but
there is a story.
Yeah, there is a story. You're trapped inside Cream's dreams. That's all you need to know. GG.
Great story there, Him. Thanks.
Yep.
Kids will definitely be able to fall asleep to that.
Oh yeah. Speaking of falling asleep to things, we've got a boss happening right now. Wait, this boss actually, I think it's quite cool. All the bosses are pretty neat in this game. I had fun with them. I don't know how they've changed with the updates, because I know some things got sort of shifted around, but I think they're pretty neat. They're cool little guys.
the bosses are one of the best things that I've seen from a mainline developer in my experience. Like, I know they do all sorts of things with speedrunners, but myself and Argick especially have had a couple of the Hardlight devs like actively in our chat when the game first came out and when we first started running it. And one of our bits of feedback to them was like, the bosses are all right, but I can't speed this up with skill. Like, they're kind of auto-scrollery a little bit. Like, the set time. It'd be really nice if there was some way that, you know, my skill at doing the boss would be able to actually speed things up. And so in the last patch, not the most recent one, but the one before that, they actually changed pretty much all the bosses, or at least a couple of them, to make it so that if like they're more hits, but you can do them faster, essentially. So some of them are quicker, some of them are a bit slower, but all the bosses now have an element of skill about them rather than just being kind of timed scrollers, which is really, really cool.
And just the concepts of them are really cool. Like the little inflatable guy that we saw at the start, like super neat. And then this boss with the kind of like
the 4 men.
Yeah, they're great. I love it.
You got to give the little guy at the start his proper name, the fabulous Dr. Crabulous.
Oh, of course.
I didn't realize that was his name.
I love it.
I mean, you can't. Have you not seen his moustache? He is utterly fabulous.
He's a very suave looking fellow. We are seeing Argick almost at the end of this boss. Well, supposedly. We'll see what happens. And in fact, Huds isn't all too far away. It is just Rhodes who is, much to the crashes of his game.
And my crashes were super late. Like, I beat the level and it crashed.
Oh, that's the worst.
OMG Knuckles high! We get to see Knuckles. Knuckles is bringing it home for the boys. We have, of course, got glide characters in this game, which is very exciting. Their gameplay is good. We like to see some gliding. We like to see some climbing, but the runners don't want to be gliding for too long if they can avoid it, because as soon as it hits a certain point, the glide, these characters kind of drop like a rock. So they want to use it to sort of get that initial distance covered, and then traverse to some solid ground if they can.
Here's the French nuclears.
Hon, hon, hon.
Okay, so for anyone out there wondering, there's this kind of ongoing joke at the moment that Knuckles in this game is French, because one of his voice lines, he literally goes hon hon hon, and we've decided that sounds French. So he is Le French nuclears.
I'm sure somebody could mod him with a beret in this game.
Oh my god, please do.
That's what we
Yo,
need.
Sonic Prime Knuckles.
He wasn't French. He was like Boston or something. I can't remember.
You said beret.
Oh.
Oh, game, no. Bad game,
Ooh.
bad. It
Time to catch
stole
up.
me. I need to get that red ring. So yeah, the game decided to make me skip that segment of rails there, which is bad because I needed the ring. So it's like, bad game, bad. No.
But instead of having to restart the whole stage, which some games might have you do, all you had to do there was just like restart from last checkpoint, and it puts you in a handy position. This game has so much that you wouldn't think, oh yeah, this just happens in many games. A lot of these things you don't see in Sonic games, so this is really, really appreciated in many, many ways.
That is also assuming that you are really fortunate and that you don't fat finger until it's redry.
Shut up.
Nobody's ever done that before, though.
Shut up.
Who'd do that? Who would do that?
Like, who could possibly make that mistake in a race ever? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, have you accidentally restarted the stage?
Not yet, actually.
Nice. Team no restart. Let's go.
Team not taking enough risks, clearly.
You don't want to go really fast. That's what it is.
Alrighty, so this is a chance for the gliding characters to really take the cake, as we are now. I should be keeping track of names. I have no idea. What's this state? Nightmare Maze. Exactly.
Boss
it's
Cage
amazing.
Maze. No, wait, that's also Sonic Prime.
Shout outs to Sonic Prime.
It was an interesting idea.
Yeah,
It had
the animation was
roads. It's
awesome.
good.
The story
Animation was good. Story. Ooh, don't you dare game.
a little bit drawn out near the end, but I mean,
Nice.
I think that what we didn't get in, well, I don't know how to describe it, because the story of this game, it's cute. We get the little cutscenes and, you know, we skip through them very quickly. Speedrun, we've got to be doing that. But you actually get them, you know, voice acted by the cast, which is nice, because we've heard them a little bit in Frontiers, some of them, but getting to hear more of them here is pretty neat. And we get to meet this new character. Somebody remind me of her name?
Ariel.
Yeah.
R.E.M.
Ariam. Sorry, I'm thinking about the...
Not Disney.
You're thinking about Little Mermaid, aren't you?
I'm thinking about the commentator that we're going to be having for the Sonic Riders Zero Gravity run, actually. Thank you.
Ooh.
Knuckles, stick to
on the clock.
blinking wall.
Arg is now officially on the clock. His Apple has just informed him that his controller has 20% battery remaining.
Ooh.
The speed run. This has got to be a real speed run. You got to speed run the battery.
Yeah, I mean, apparently I am. Yeah.
There we go.
The new main character in this one, R.E.M., aka a joke on REM sleep, is the idea.
Ah.
Because Dream State, R.E.M.
I get it, I think.
Thanks.
But yeah, all of these runners, they're all in this zone, which is promising to see. Although having said that, Argick is now back on Scramble Trails because he has now got the glide characters, which means he can go back and do these set of missions. So he is going to be collecting the Dream Orb here with a whole load of, you know, all the gimmicks that lend themselves well to the glide characters with the climbing. So we've seen some Knuckles opting for Rouge this time. I will note this down for future
It's
purposes.
only because if I don't, Shezzy won't be happy with me.
Alrighty, I see. Is Chezzy's word more important than mine? I mean, she does moderate your channel, so more on the line there.
He's also the only reason why anyone knows if Arg PBs or not.
Pretty much.
So doing some tight platforming around here. These, you got to know, cycles aren't too important. There is room for error in like parts of these stages. They're not as intricate as some Sonic games might get, but you still got to make sure that you're, you know, staying aware, making sure you're knowing where all the hazards are so that you don't, you know, especially with the gliding characters, just drop like a rock and find yourself having to backtrack and do levels again. So we're back in the Nightmare Maze this time with speed characters going speedy. Who would have thought?
Imagine going speedy in the speed run. Definitely
I
not
know,
us.
right? Just remember to actually grab the things you need to grab this time, Arg.
Yeah, last thing that any of these runners want is for a stage where they want to get that extra orb with the red star rings to miss out on one red star ring, especially if it's one near the end, because I believe in this game you can, you know, re-enter a stage and you can get the red star ring, but you don't need to complete the stage to collect it. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay, Amy.
Nice, yeah. So that's one thing that's handy. But yes, they want to avoid having to return to levels if they can. So we're seeing some more lovely door unlocking action from Arg. He knows where all these keys are.
Oh,
Maybe just go
Arg,
back
I
to
might
the
be a
door.
bit late, mate, but remember not to homing attack that enemy.
Oh yeah, no, we're not late. We've not been there yet, but that's
Oh,
fine.
excellent. There you go.
That reminded me. That's
That's
important.
right.
That enemy. There is an egg pawn in one of the Dream Factory stages who just decides to run off the edge, and if you homing attack him, you're just going with him. It's like,
I did not know
why?
that. That's actually pretty funny.
It's like, why are you doing this? It's like, okay, fine.
Nice. So now we're seeing this sort of Sonic Lost World
Yeah.
reference almost. This sort of tube level that Argick's on with Amy right now. Everything's sort of turning, trying to, you know, desert bus almost. You got to try and stay on the straight and narrow and get to the end, which he's done very nicely there. Callie not too far behind as well.
Oh my
keeping
god,
it
I've got
close.
some tails challenges.
I think I may have just entered the same level as well. We're starting to close in again.
Very good. And
He's catching me.
And KingRhodes just
And
like
Rhodes,
half a
yeah.
level behind.
Rhodes is not too far behind either. This is heating up.
I mean, I am the underdog coming into this.
Are you saying that because you don't have a PB on the board?
And as far as I'm aware, I think between the four of us, I am actually fourth.
That's like a skill issue.
Yeah. Argick, we almost need to give like a 10-minute head start before Argick went, actually.
I think the crashes make up for that. If he doesn't crash, he's been given all the advantages that can be given.
Is this the handicap, is it? Like, Arg's game doesn't crash, but all of us have to suffer through it.
Yeah, I've actually got your IP addresses. And,
This is what you get for being bullies in voice chat.
I didn't do anything.
I know, that's the problem.
Callie's innocent.
Two of them have went off to Callie for some reason. We don't know why.
Brilliant. So you get to see some more Knuckles action. These are the checkpoint missions. You can see it's explained in the top left that you've got to reach each checkpoint before the time runs out. And they've got a fairly kind hitbox, so you can still, trigger area. You can kind of go around the edges of them and still pick them up, but you have got to make sure that you pick them up because you can't skip any of them. You can't just go straight to the end of the stage. You can't, get fancy with your routing too much. You have got to be staying where the game wants you to stay. So these runners, of course, knowing where the routes are going to be taking them, when they're going to be doing their homing attacks and getting into those checkpoints and to the orb right at the end. Lovely work, Knuckles.
Right, 1, 2, 6. Hey, here's Squeaks.
Squeaks, nice.
She's giggles, she squeaks, it's fine.
Look at that.
Yeah, this game, there's a lot of love in a lot of different areas of this game. There's been weekly Tails challenges. They're weekly, aren't they?
Yeah.
So different sort of stages that we've already seen in the game, but with, different stipulations, which is good fun, and it means that you can earn more of a particular currency. This is so bad. I know nothing about this game.
It's just XP. There's
just
experience, yeah.
Gotcha. And with those, you can unlock more statues, which this game has a lot of different statues, a whole load of different collectibles. So there's good fan service, and there's enough to kind of keep you playing the game. Because I think we've actually, some of the runners here still do the Tails challenges. I know that Argick has been cheating on one of the boards deliberately. We were talking about this before the run. As you can see, he's laughing, so he's got away with it, obviously.
Apple are going to ban him.
Listen, it's not my fault that I went on and did the Tails challenges, went, yo, I've got a great time, and then plugged in my network cable, and it went, oh, I'll give you the actual level set now. What about my score? Oh, your score still counts. Yo, okay, I'm done with that. So I have last week's score on this week's leaderboard, which is obviously not right and is broken. So, not intentionally cheating, we just found it out the hard way.
We did. It's actually a really good point. I believe everyone here should be disconnected from the internet, and there's a really good... Oh, orgasm. Well done, mate. So there's a reason why you'd want to, and that's because at the end of every level, you can earn, depending on how well you do and all that, you can unlock different trophies. If you're not connected to the internet, it doesn't play that little bit at the end, so it saves a little bit of time RTA each time.
Which is probably why you are now seeing Callie and Arg neck and neck. Maybe those little bits of time loss around the run are doing Arg a little bit dirty, but as you can see, they are on the same part of this stage. Is this still the maze, or is it a different one? Oh no, Callie! Not too far away, fortunately, that checkpoint, but it's a little bit rough.
That's why Arg didn't crash yet. No, I told you, I will crash. It will happen.
Maybe
I believe.
Maybe this is the play. Maybe you just gotta, keep on telling yourself, keep on telling everybody that you are gonna crash. If you gaslight enough,
if you can get through Nightmare Eggman without crashing, I will actually be genuinely shocked.
No, I'm crashing a Nightmare Eggman, and you know it. All right, little mid character swap here, bringing it Tails.
So now Argick is with Tails, going to be going onto the side of the level here and doing a little boost, getting the fly and gliding nicely onto the end so that you don't have to collect all the pesky door keys.
Just need the coin. Remember, get the coin, Callie.
Red ring.
I know, I'm sorry.
Coins.
At my Sonic event.
Shout outs to Nico Hart.
Wow.
Thing is, I know he's here and he's going to shout at me now.
Deserved.
It was worth.
Yep.
I will confirm when he shouts at you. I've seen it. I've seen him about. There we go. There we go. So it's another collect the dream orb. They're getting pointers for where they are, but they're not getting a little distance counter for where it should be. They're fairly self-explanatory. You know, you can see where the stage is deliberately laying obstacles and such, but these runners have just got to keep on going up with the flight characters to get to, well, where the orb is. And they've both done that very, very well. Also, shout outs to Cheese. It's nice to see Cheese in the game as well.
Oh, I thought you just really liked a good sharp cheddar.
Nah, I'm more
I
of a
thought you were just
weird
genuinely
guy.
just giving shout outs to Cheese because, you know,
Cheese
delicious.
is pretty good.
I mean,
I like
cheese is
that.
great. Dairy
I'm a
Lee
Gruyere.
spread and cheese. Stick it on a sandwich.
Oh, yeah, okay,
It's not
just made
that bad.
Ooh.
Jesus,
Sorry.
like what did Dairy Lee do?
I was doing my YOLO strat and nearly got taken out by a thorn, but it's fine. Gold split, we love it.
Let's go. Alrighty, so yeah, we are seeing all of the gamers in the same zone, which is nice. I think at the moment we are still seeing Rhodes a little bit behind the competition, but not all too far behind. He's got all the red star rings here, and now he's just got to do the same skip. So he has actually been clawing back some time, which is exciting to see. Things are getting tighter near the top and, well, around the whole of this competition.
Okay, that was interesting.
Oh, he'll claw it back.
That's going to be unfortunate for Argick.
That's very unfortunate. Your red-haired echidna betrayed me.
I think it wasn't his fault, actually.
I mean, I'm blaming him.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? So both on, well, different climbing sections of the same stage. We've got Callie and Arg, and then Huds is just coming into it. No, he's coming into another one. He's coming into the speed stage with Amy, getting all the checkpoints. And then Rhodes is on the flight mission that we saw just that little bit earlier. So it's very exciting. Doing little variations of different parts of the game. That's how a race works. I'm yammering right now.
I'm getting bullied by these platforms because these platforms aren't perfectly together. They've got like little seams between them, and oh god, they're trying to push me off.
Alrighty, and we now see Callie going back into Dream Factory. Now that we have Knuckles, this is a stage that we can do. Arg is on the wrong stage. That was a reminder for him.
Can I just say that? Thank you for reminding me.
I did see a deviation, so I was just like, okay, maybe he's cooking. I'll let him cook.
No, I
but-
didn't read my splits.
Did you go to 335?
I went into 335. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's the hardest one because it's like
that
235.
happens all the time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going into 335. Yeah, no, it's 235. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
done
I
that
named
before.
my splits when I was doing 101 orbs. I called the individual like Act 1-1, like Act 1A, just because it helped me remember what I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of numbers.
It
They
is.
blend
it is a lot of
together. They
numbers.
really do blend together. It's like, wait, what?
And that's the biggest like instance of that because it's literally 3-5 or 2-5, and you're just
Yep.
like you can just button mash 2-3-5.
Oh, it's almost as bad as Mario naming conventions.
Yep.
I was going to say, without my splits, there's no way I'd be able to remember the routing for this.
Me neither. Like this is normally I don't look at my splits. The blessing of this being an IGT run is that I don't know how well I'm doing with the RTA because it doesn't matter. But it's like looking at it, going, I need to look at my splits so I know which level I'm going to next. Because it's like, where are you at? I don't know. It's like, what do you mean you don't know? I don't know. Right, I need to get that on the bounce. Is that high enough?
Or someone in chat is convinced that, you know, Arg is playing a particular way just so that his game doesn't crash. He's saying Arg's ruining his own game just because it wouldn't crash.
No, we actually have them. It's called a skill issue. Suddenly, you will suffer from them if you're a speedrunner, and even more so if you're an esports
Scottish.
player. Oh, or you're Scottish, apparently. Wow,
I didn't say
man.
that.
Wow.
I didn't say that.
Wow, man.
Well, at least he's bold enough to admit it. Speaking of being bold enough, we are taking Knuckles into this boss fight. Callie opting to choose the best boy over Rouge, who hasn't got the best voice actor in this game.
I honestly moved it. I just for that,
I
I'm
agree.
bringing her.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
Unreal.
yeah.
But this
I don't-
boss using the best of the gliding character's abilities, and yeah, this one's fairly sort of on the rails. I don't think there's really much room for optimizations, just trying to get the hits in as quick as one can.
Yeah, this is one of the bosses that unfortunately during the patches with the changes is like, yeah, they've got more health, you can speed them up. This is one that you don't actually, it is straight time loss. Compared to the unpatched version, this is just straight time loss.
So, I just had something that's never happened before.
Ooh,
I was going. God damn it!
Nothing.
I was
something
going
that's
on the
never happened
rail,
before.
and then Tails just suddenly started running backwards in midair behind the rail.
Nice.
It was very strange.
Sure, it makes sense to a fox with a like 300 IQ or something. Alrighty, last hit on the boss for Callie. Knuckles is doing his thing. Very endearing, of course. Hud's picking the right character. Well done, him.
Of course.
And now onto the last phase. So we thought we had one last hit. No, we have got to put up with this where, you know, we can just kind of stand in one position and we're fairly safe for most of it, but we've got to make sure that we're hitting the bad necks back, we can't hit the spike balls back, and that is how we are going to be landing some of our hits. Rhodes, wow, of course you would. Well, 50-50 split, the Rouge fans will be
I
happy.
had to make it even.
The Rouge fans will be happy.
You mean
Any Rouge
shit, you'll be
fans in the
happy. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, well,
the rule
Callie's
on
getting a
this-
bigger lead.
all the gamers are on the same boss, which is nice to see, especially given, you know, the crashes and the severity of them for different runners. We're seeing how the different skill levels of the runners are playing out.
Oh, I just got skill issued again.
I did. The game did not. No, the game didn't lock on there. As what
Invisible
happened.
Knuckles.
You shut up. Like, because you can only do the homing attack when the orange reticle appears. It didn't appear. It stayed white.
And everybody, welcome to Ego City. This, if
Ego
you've
City.
listened to any, don't you dare get out.
Thank you, Heather.
This guy. Anyway, we are on Ego City. If you've listened to any of the funny Tannoy announcements and Sonic Colors, you, well, depending on how clear the audio is, you're going to be hearing stuff like that because, I mean, you know what Eggman's like. In his dreams, this is what he wants. This is what he can build. Just a big empire that's got his face written all over it. And actually, he's made a really nice stage for our characters to get through. I really enjoyed playing these stages. I don't know when it comes to a speedrun how intolerable they are, but they seem pretty neat. Callie's on there at the moment. So Callie, what do you make of these set of stages?
Ego City Act 1 and Act 2 can just have some moments where, particularly this part with Ego City Act 1, when you're having to do these gravity parts. Whenever this game tries to play with gravity, it's a bit odd. It can be a little bit difficult. But overall, I really like these stages, and I feel like they are a really fun theme for an Eggman City level. It's a lot more cleaner than is like something like Eggman Land and Sonic Unleashed. This actually looks like a functional city that you could actually live in.
I wonder what the rent's like.
Probably
it looks
expensive.
really expensive. This is quite a lush looking
You
place.
can't follow
but-
the speed limit though, because the speed limit is a strict 5 miles an hour. Absolutely no going fast.
Yeah, we're actually committing crimes in this speedrun.
Yeah,
But then it's speedrunning. We're allowed to.
it's a
Ooh.
very opulent level.
Yeah, that's a good way.
That
to describe
rail
it.
level.
Yeah, I saw that.
heard
I was
the
like,
ooh.
ooh.
that one can just be odd.
But nice recovery. Make sure that we're getting all the red star rings here. Take the nice roots as well. There we go. 5 red star rings, and then up to the end of the stage. We've also been getting these little blue coins, which are another collectible in the game. I believe there are before I
in
embarrass
each stage,
myself.
I
30 in
think.
each stage. That was what I was about to say, I promise. So, yeah, there's another things that you can collect, and thus unlocks more statues in the game. On Ego City, these runners are doing really well. There's a lot to know in this game. Like, yes, there are quite a lot of stages that end up getting, recycled, that you kind of play, same chunks, but with different characters and with different gimmicks and such. But it's still a lot to learn. Like, this run is over an hour RTA, so there is a lot to know, and they're doing a very good job whilst throwing out some banter here and there, teasing each other a little bit, and still managing to mainly stay on their route, Argick.
I don't think this is bites. This is bullying, Arg.
Hey, you can have a go at me. I got you back on the route, all right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you did help, like, genuinely.
So one thing that the runners usually shouldn't have to worry about too much, unless it piles up, is if they miss a checkpoint in these stages, you can restart from the last checkpoint, but your timer is still just going to keep on counting down. So you could probably miss 2 or 3 depending on how fast you are, but it's a tight one. We saw that Rhodes there had to go back on that rail. That's the same rail that you had a little bit of an issue with, Callie. So
I've never done that before, and I was like, wait, what?
Seems like a theme. Also, you'll have seen I guess a little bit of information. All of our runners, other than Rhodes, are all playing on Apple TVs. Rhodes is rocking the iPad, and they're all using their various different Bluetooth controllers because that is something that you can do with Apple Arcade. You can choose whatever controller, as long as it can Bluetooth in, you can play it like that instead of touch controls. I'd like to see, Rhodes, have you done a run of this game with touch controls?
I have not. It's terrible. I can't even do it. I couldn't even do a level. Like, I just get so annoyed. And I'm like, I have a controller.
That should be a speedrun category.
Touch controls, yeah. I'd like to see it, especially on something like an iPhone, because if you've got big thumbs, then you're not going to be able to see like 50% of the screen. Alrighty,
I'll give Apple credit where it's due. Like, syncing up any controller that has Bluetooth for this is just super simple. Like, it's just really good, really easy.
Yeah, just works.
Yeah, what are the controllers of choice across the board for the games? What are you rocking?
PlayStation 5.
Ooh, very nice. Callie, what have you got?
Xbox Series.
Nice. Okay, two different brands there. Huds?
Yeah, I'm on Xbox as well.
Ooh, okay. 2 to Xbox. Rhodes?
Well, I have an issue. I run on Xbox Series. However, my game just crashed.
Oh no!
But I run an Xbox Series. However, I just moved to my new place and I lost my Xbox in the move for the controller.
No.
So I am now on a PS4 controller that I've never used for this. Not that it's any different.
So if you don't win, it's all on the controller, yeah?
They had in the 3 crashes, but it's what it is.
Getting the excuses in.
Yeah, that crash was right at the beginning of the stage. Like, I didn't even go into it, so it's actually perfectly fine.
Nice. Well, I found for when I had this game for a little bit of time, the Nintendo Switch controller worked really, really nice for this game, and it adapts to whatever controller you've got. All of the menus will change accordingly, and yeah, it's very friendly for getting into the game that way. It's a shame in some regards that it is only on Apple. Who knows? Maybe that'll change in the future. It'd be really nice to see more people get their hands on this game and give it a go, because it's certainly a unique one. Especially when it comes to the modern games that we've seen recently.
I would love for this to come out to everybody else, because you would have a lot of fun with this, honestly.
Yep. Tails, can you go in the tube, please?
You're on that level.
He's literally refusing to get in the tube.
We all knew what level Hudson was on.
Have fun with that, Bog.
Oh my
Tails Pro
lord.
Skater.
There you go, finding his own way up. We are back onto Scrambled Shores with Argick, because yet again we've got another mission here where it just makes sense to go back, do that little bit of menuing so that we've got a quick mission. So this is one of the speedrun stages. We've got to reach the end before a certain time, and he's comfortably going to be doing that. Over 30 seconds left. Nice and easy. Hans is not too far behind either.
I'm so angry. I just worked really hard to pull back about 20 seconds on my splits in the last 3 levels and lost it all because Tails wouldn't go in a tube. I'm
Stubborn
angry.
boy. Alrighty, Callie is collecting keys. We mentioned it earlier when it comes to, you know, collecting red star rings, you can do the restart from checkpoint. You've been seeing all of the runners here when it comes to routing where it makes sense. They will collect a key and then they will go and use the menu and go, yeah, there we go, restart from checkpoint. And then that will put them in a more suitable position to either collect the last key or just to, you know, get to the door and use said keys. There we go. Best example of that. Right in front of the door. Thank you, Callie. You understood the assignment. And yeah, I like the scope of this stage. There's, well, like of this game in general, just the really big sort of grand areas because it's so open. There's a real sense of scale. And when you think that the game's kind of themed around dreams, like, that's kind of neat. Alrighty. Well, Rhodes is on Scrambled Shores as well. And then all these gamers are within like a stage of each other, pretty much, stage and a half, which is very interesting. It'll be interesting to see if any crashes will make or break this race. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they won't. Although it would be funny for me because I'm not racing, so it's entertainment value for me, and hopefully for the chat. I hope the chat have been enjoying this run. If folks yeah, going on.
I know some of them are all going, yo, Arg, when's the crashing? Is that crashed yet? Let's make them crash. Let's shut up.
But if folks have joined us in the chat. Oh yeah. If folks have joined us later on and haven't seen the start of it, welcome back. This is Sonic and the Sidekicks. This is our hotfix showing off all of the colourful collection of characters in Sonic games that aren't Sonic. I think Sonic is actually unavoidable at the end. Yes. But if you just look away, we'll call... If everybody looks away, we'll just call time when we think time finishes because we have to see Sonic right at the end. So...
If you just
we'll make do. Yeah, we'll just be like, yeah, probably. As soon as Sonic's off screen. Ooh, trying to get that key underneath. This is a funny key to get because you might not quite get it when you first play the game. It's underneath where you're going to go through the door. Let's get it that time round. Some Scrambled Shores action with Callie. Argick is
doing this level incorrectly. And by incorrectly, I mean I forgot.
He forgot.
But it's looking like he's getting the shots. He's just got one left. It's quite fun when it comes to getting the last shard. You can just kind of just do whatever because you've got a little bit of time before. Yeah, there we go. We're falling down. Oh no! Oh wait, we still got it. You have a little moment where you can just kind of freely move and do whatever you want for a little bit for the lols. Alrighty, another treasure hunting mission here, and yep, I mean all these runners are showing some very high level gameplay here. I'm trying to keep up. I feel like I'm still kind of waking up, so it's some intense action to start off the day. Folks, have we got a favorite location in this game?
Honestly, I think for me it's probably Dream Factory. I don't know why. I like the way it looks, and then there's giant caterpillars that you don't really get to pay attention to.
Oh yeah.
But they're there. Yeah. Oh, I made a mistake. I selected Sonic. Ah! I'll quit out.
Oh no!
Oh no! Hold on. You don't see him. I mean, it's Amy. Yay, Amy! Yay!
Yay! I can't confirm that's Amy.
Wait, you picked Sonic? I only saw him.
I see Amy. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Sorry, that was my bad.
I think for me, I'm quite fond of Scrambled Shores. I like the kind of inflatable, colourful playfulness of it all.
Yeah, I agree. I think Scrambled Shores is my favorite as well.
But I'm definitely a fan of Vigosity, for sure.
Hey, even said it correctly.
Unreal. Well, I think one thing that's nice about Scrambled Shores is that it deviates just about enough from the typical, you know, like, oh, look, we're back in Green Hill, haha. And like, it adds enough thematically that you're like, oh yeah, this is, you know, interesting. This has got a bit more to it. I like the whole sort of, you know, kind of floating island thing and all the cute inflatables. It's a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if I was there and you were all there, I'd be hitting you with a giant inflatable stick.
Yep, I wouldn't doubt it. Alrighty, some more Dream Factory action. We're having to see a restart there for Callie. So Arg is only one stage behind. We are seeing both Scramble Tools from HUDs and Rhodes. There's a lot of names that I'm trying to keep track of right now. A little bit of waiting here, which is always nice to get to chill out a little bit. There is not much downtime in this run. If you're not playing the game, you're either waiting to go on to the next stage, or you are menuing to the next stage, or thinking, I'm in the wrong stage. There's
Okay, the enemy didn't kill me.
Yeah, there's a lot that you've got to be, keeping in mind, especially with this route.
Yeah, there is basically no downtime in this game.
Ali came into my chat earlier, was practicing and playing, and was like, yeah, you really can't really look at chat as you play this, as I immediately go into the wrong level. It's like, yeah, no, you're right, that one.
You should say that.
I also
Nice.
made you not get that crystal, which I
That
totally
is true, yeah. It was fun, though. What happened to you? Oh, skill issue. Oh, understandable, don't worry about it.
Some of the magnets on these crystals are just... Some of them are very generous, and some of them you literally have to run into for the game to register.
Yep, you mentioned it. I ran right through it, and the game went, well, no. It's just like, you're not getting it. It's like, what?
Right,
Also, I
let's
just
check
did 216, and in 216, there's a jump you can do with Knuckles that you go from one of the little glide platforms straight up to the higher level. I just got that, and that's the first time I've ever got that.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
nice.
Well done.
Okay.
I am just about to do that. Now watch me fail it.
Don't pull an Arg.
Yeah, I'm about to do it too. I'm in the level anyways.
No. God, we're all really close.
There you go.
Yeah, only Callie now is on Ego City 3, getting the main, the main core stage. Like, for each part, I'm not going to try and discern between act and zones because there's just so much happening in this game. But each sort of particular, I'm going to say act, and that's probably wrong, but they have there's one main level, which is, just get through this, reach the dream portal, and then everything else sort of spans off that. So this is the one where you can collect the blue coins and where you can get the red star rings. There we go. There's so much to think about with this game.
4 worlds, 3 acts, 1 boss, 7 missions in each act.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Really, we're only halfway through the year, Arg. Too soon, man.
Right, back to Ego City.
Alrighty, and now we're seeing a bit more of what to expect when we get to the end of the game. This is getting, Ego City's in a bit of disrepair here. Everything's just kind of like a bit shaky. We're seeing this massive Eggman statue. He's looking rather fabulous, but everything's just kind of in a void almost. Goodness knows what we're going to see near the end of the game. Ooh.
I know what you're going to see at the end of the game. You're going to see a crash.
Yeah, for me.
I'm restarting my game before I go to Eggman.
I will tell you right now, my game will crash, and the only time it'll crash will be in Nightmare Eggman, and it'll be when I'm Knuckles and I'm on the 3rd pillar that he has to climb.
All right,
Because
write
that's
that
where
down.
my game likes to crash, and I don't know why, but it's consistent.
Well, we've had, I feel like it's been, 15, 20 minutes since the last one, so it doesn't help that the runners keep on mentioning crashes, but no, let's hope that the game is on their side, because this is looking to be a pretty close finish for a lot of these runners.
Fine, I've already used my quota.
Well, unless you want to get that irrelevant world record.
Hey.
Maybe you should add a variable to the leaderboard for crashes in the game. Alrighty, lovely glide mission here for Callie. This is, if you don't know what you're doing, this one can be really annoying because of just the velocity that Knuckles can sink like a rock. He can just go straight through those blades that we saw earlier, but Callie managing to maneuver those very nicely, getting into that platform just about to get onto this climber section. Nicely done. Then more gliding, making sure that we're being safe with how much we use our gliding. Now Argick is doing the same.
If you have a look, once I get round the rail here, as we do the big jumps with the glides, you should see our friendly caterpillar. If I've done it right.
Chilling in the water, yeah. Or the water, the lava.
In the gloop.
Yeah.
In the gloopity gloop. So around here, and just have a look. There he is. Look at that guy. Look at the size of that lad.
I would say he's chilling out, but he is most certainly not chilling out.
No, he's glooping.
Alrighty, yeah, we're seeing a lot of lava at the moment. And Rhodes isn't too far away from the end of this stage in Ego City, so yeah. I keep on saying that the run is tight, the race is tight, but it's staying that way. The runners are all maintaining a very, very good pace.
I feel the need to point out, I just saw someone in chat being like, don't do a slow-in, and I love the fact that they've got a slow-in. It's like, wait, what?
That might be
surely
my
you
chat.
do want to do a slow-in.
I was gonna say, don't you? Yeah, it's like there's a double negative in there, isn't there? Like you do want to do a slow-in because
I'm gonna
you
guess
want
that
to
was
go
someone named
slow.
Mr. Potato.
It was a golden shadow, apparently.
Oh, Golden Shadow. Yeah, that's someone from me. That's one of my mods.
Like, wait, slow-in, right? 227. And then,
It's a thing I say when it's particularly come from playing ring races when watching the Platinum time trials. Whenever the Platinum Ghost makes a mistake, I say, "Your time lost, my time saved," and then we just kind of shorten it, and now we just say slow it.
I like how it goes from like a full-blown sentence to just slow-in.
Well, that's the second time this event that we've had some love for ring races. If you like, I know that this run, hopefully everything's going to be going smoothly, but I mean, do you want to talk about that? Because that's another example of, seeing Sonic and the Sidekicks.
Very good game.
You mean talk about ring racers?
Yeah.
Go for it, Cal.
I have played, that game's been out for a month. I have almost played it for 10 days, and I am not actually kidding about that because the game keeps count of it, and I'm a little embarrassed, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, but why have you been playing it for 10 days, Callie? Let them know what you're about to do.
Because I'm about to go for actually speedruns for the game. Going for all emeralds and potentially doing all GPs, which is a very long run. All
it's a
GPs
big
is
game.
going to be about 4 hours, roughly, from what I can gather. But it's a game I've just completely fallen in love with, and I highly recommend trying it because it's free. It's made by fans.
Yeah. Folks who've been around for the previous Sonic and the events, we had Sonic and the Parallel Worlds last time, and we saw SRB Kart 2. Which is very similar in some regards, but Ring Racers kind of, I don't think it overhauls things much,
It's a
but it just
sequel.
brings you, it brings you a ridiculous amount of stages, which are, you'd think with the quantity, that the quantity might kind of fall a little bit, but everything that I've seen suggests that it is an incredibly well put together game.
Oh, it
That
absolutely
particular
is.
version's been in development for about 5 years, so yeah, it's a very, very long time.
Yeah, there's 100+ courses in there, and what Callie is being too modest to tell, or Arg being too dense to suggest, how many platinums do you have left, Callie?
I have 11 platinums left out of 100 that you have to get, and some of these platinums, some of them, particularly my chat would know, Carnival Night has a level in the game. That platinum alone took me 3 hours to get. So like we're thinking like CTR with what's the aliens guy name?
Nitrous.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of brutally difficult stuff. It's super fun.
Yeah, but the pop-off was amazing.
Yeah, it was clipped.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
But no, Ring Racers is phenomenal. Like, if you get the chance, check out Ring Racers. It's free. It's great fun. You'll love it to bits. It has a bit of a wall on it to get started with, but climb over that wall and there's 100+ tracks of just amazingness and mod support as well.
You can play as
with
Goku.
pretty much exactly. Everybody's here. Alrighty, speaking of everybody being here, we are seeing some more Dream Maze action from Argick, Callie, and Hard's Road's not too far behind. He had a little bit of an issue with getting the last stone in a stage earlier.
As I say, I think we're all pretty much on our last 2 missions now. Maybe even the last one for Callie, possibly.
I'm on the last one, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
That means Ark's going to crash soon. No!
I think he just wants to crash so that he can justify not coming first.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love that. Let's go. I wasn't even thinking about that as an excuse. Thanks, Heavy.
Done it.
Crystal, please. Thank you.
Right, I'm just starting my last mission.
Nice. Callie is
we
one
got 2
away
more.
from completing this last mission. Ooh! Good save. We like having flight characters for that. There we go, getting on to the last part, the final act. So, Callie is intentionally, that wasn't a crash, intentionally restarting the game so that hopefully the chances of it crashing on this final stage are nil. Of course,
I'm risking it because if I go for it, I get first.
there are never any promises, so
I know
Argick
my
is
game's
gonna risk it.
Yeah, I'm risking it because it means that I might get first, but
It's gonna be tight. Alrighty,
Yeah, I'm risking it.
Avert your eyes. We have to play as Sonic for a bit.
I mean, remember, third pillar is Knuckles is when I crash.
Third pillar, we're keeping that in mind. But this is Sonic and the Sidekicks, and this final stage is a culmination of all of the different gameplay styles. And in fact, we actually get to see all the characters. We don't have to choose which ones. We actually do get to play as the 2 different flight characters, 2 different speed characters, and the 2 different power characters. Are we calling them power characters?
Yeah, another power, yeah.
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 We call them power characters.
It didn't kick, but so far. Easier.
Yeah. Alrighty, it is nice and close. Nightmare Eggman. So we're now onto the roost section. Make sure that we're getting glide across here. And doing platforming, making sure we're knowing what's going to be coming up and down at the right times. And is for me.
It's for me?
And avoiding all the lasers.
Laser!
Oh, you set them off now.
Rocket!
Is for
Cube!
Ranger! Arnold Color Blaster. Really is a giant Power Rangers moment in that one.
Indeed. Well, they are all on the final stage at this point. So, yeah.
Here he
These runners
comes.
have done a very good job. Here is
comes my
Knuckles.
crash.
He's on a pillar. He's off
Tell you what,
it.
if Arg's game doesn't crash, I'm going to be stunned.
I'd be stunned as well, but
I'll
I fully
be shocked,
expect
actually.
it. So, not this one, but it's the next pillar that will crash.
Onto the second pillar. So this whole boss, this is just sort of, I imagine his ultimate form, Eggman's ultimate form. This is what he dreams he could turn into to destroy the pesky creatures. He's
here we
got
go.
off that pillar. He's still. Ooh,
Oh, it's starring! Oh, it's not crashed! Oh, come on, Art! Right, wait.
He's
Oh,
still
he's gonna get cutscene crash then.
it was stuttering.
That would be,
Oh,
that'd be the worst.
That is the worst.
Listen, if I
As
get
long as you-
cutscene thing,
I really hope he doesn't. I genuinely hope he doesn't crash.
Yeah, no, as it crashes
All
on
right,
me,
he's
legit.
got the spring over here. He
Yeah,
wasn't going to risk going down early, which is fair enough because you can opt for gliding off at a particular time. But in fact, I think Callie did opt for that. So
which means Callie
it's-
might be ahead.
leads, I believe, have now changed. If I'm trusting the right later to see. There is no crash for Argick. He is still going. Alrighty, it is staying tight. Is for me again. And then Huds as well, not getting a crash in that section, which is good. Past that cutscene, very nice. Alrighty. Neck and neck. I think, yeah. I mean, this run is going down to the wire. Callie has survived another cutscene. We are now on to one of the speed sections. We are with Amy. We've just got to be dashing as much as we can, avoiding these little, you know, punching missiles as well as these finger lasers. But it's not too much of an issue. If you do get hit, you will just lose a little bit of your momentum, but there are plenty of rings around here and a whole load of these little lightning bolts that we haven't really explained, but that is kind of how you get more boost in this game. I don't really know what their thought process was behind that, because rings had been able to do that in the past, but, you know, we let them cook, and it makes sense, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. This is one of the few games where rings don't really serve a purpose apart from to give you a bit of, you know, obviously to save you if you get hit by anything. But they don't really do anything.
Callie has survived another cutscene. We are on to the final cutscene.
I didn't get cutscene crash, I think.
No way.
Am I getting a crash?
Argick's going to get the rarest of all rares, a genuinely crashless run.
Alright, Callie is on to the final section. This is where the music gets to its best.
Ray, be ready on time because it's going to come fast.
It's like we're all doing it the same. This is really close.
So there is opportunities to skip little sections in this final part of the stage. We are going to be trying to lock on to particular parts with the homing attack. And Callie's going for this one over to the right, which she gets nicely. And now she's just heading up to the top. I am going to let her call time on her run.
And time.
GG. Nicely done.
But keep your eyes peeled because we are not far away with the other three runners.
What's my camera doing? There you go.
Argick is coming up in time.
And time. Crashless run, yo.
How has he done that?
I think that's more impressive.
Yeah, 100%.
Time for Huds. GG's, and then not too far away from Rhodes, a valiant effort in the face of adversity when it comes to the crashes in this game. So everybody, let's lend Rhodes our energy, our dreams, our wishes as he gets to the end. Let's hope that he's not going to get a cutscene crash.
Rest in peace, you word.
Also, don't reveal your IGT yet.
We're not
don't reveal
finishing
your
this.
IGT. We'll do it at the same time.
Yeah, too late. But okay, it's fine.
damn it.
Sorry, I didn't look. I didn't look. It's all right.
It's okay. I didn't look either.
Alrighty, the last section for Rhodes. Let's see. Is he gonna go for a little bit of swagger here and there? Let's have a look. He's getting that homing attack there. Very nicely done. Gonna get onto these enemies and then hopefully see if he can skip over, avoiding having to go all the way around. Get this little homing attack here. There we go. The final stretch. I'll let him call time when he's getting there.
And time.
Hey, GG. What about it?
Nice work.
That was a lot of
Slam
fun.
dunk.
Good stuff.
Slam dunk indeed.
It just can't make dreams
Good
real.
final cutscene. We like it. Right. Okay. I believe the runners have stalled so that they haven't shown each other their in-game times yet. So who knows? In-game time, Rhodes might have done better than all of these folks. Even though he's come last in the real-time race. So are folks ready to reveal? I know Callie's still in the cutscene giving us a bit more story, but if the gamers are, we'll just let you get back to the menu. Story's really key in this game. You should have a look at the cutscenes on YouTube. I'm sure somebody's uploaded all of them. Alrighty, folks, get ready on the IGT timers because we're going to reveal them in 3, 2, 1. IGT. What is it?
102.15.
We've got a 101.
I got a 101.28.
Oh,
Yeah, Rhodes
let's
got
go.
it. Nicely
Nice.
done.
So Rhodes is your IGT winner, everybody.
Does that mean I came last?
I got a 102.35.
Wait, hold on, Callie. You
And
got
Hud's a
what?
second.
I got 102.35.
I got a 102.32. Holy
Wow.
crap!
Wow. That was close there.
I got 102.15.
And then Hud's got, and then Rhodes with 101.
101. Yeah, 101.28.
Wow.
Oh, that's close.
That's
Wow.
You know what the best thing is?
God.
That's a 3.5 minute PB,
PB
for
for
me.
Hud. Yeah. GG's Argick.
That is my first 102. My BB is the 105 right beside it.
I just realised our RTA positions and IGT positions are literally opposite.
Flip.
Yeah, they are, right?
Literally the other way around.
Oh, what a race!
Wow, that is
Jeez.
brilliant.
That
With
is the
how many
best-
crashes? 8?
Yeah, I think by the end it was
No,
8.
none.
Honestly, I cannot believe your game didn't crash at all there,
Yeah,
Arg. That's
I
crazy.
know.
Shocking.
So rare.
I am now, and I'm saying this right now in front of everybody. Anytime I play Dream Team now, I am no longer using Live Split. I'm using a notepad because I now have a 114.32 RTA that I will never beat because it will crash on it. Holy fudge!
Alrighty, well, I think we're gonna go in order of the real-time winners. So, Callie, have you got any shout-outs, anything that you'd like to say following the run?
Oh shoot! Put me on the spot. I'm going to bed.
Understandable.
It's 3 a.m. here. But no, this is my first time I've done anything on GDQ, so it was an absolute honor to be here. This is my second speedrunning event. So I had a lot of butterflies, but it was an absolute honor to be able to play with such talented runners for a game that hasn't had due to its only being available on Apple Arcade. Not a lot of people have been able to see it. But it was an absolute delight being able to share it with you guys, and I see a bit of my chat in the
I was about to say, there is
see
love
my
for
members
you.
in the chat, and thank you guys for being there. Lots of love.
Shout-outs to chat. Well, Argick,
Hello.
the crashless
Precious wonder.
fella.
I am very surprised that we didn't have a crash. To everybody in chat who doubted me, my Apple is the best. But no, genuinely, that's actually rarer than having the game crash, which we're really surprised about. But no, Callie, congrats on getting first place RTA there. That was absolutely fantastic. I loved every
super
moment
fun.
of this. The fact that all 4 of us are so close together, that is an amazing race. It's so good. Oh, but yeah. That's
Any
it for me.
shout-outs?
Thank you to all of you for joining us on the race here. Huds for setting it up and inviting me. Hibby for hosting. Amber for running. For Realcoon and Richard on the tech. And of course to everybody else who's running this later today and having fun with it. Also come follow me twitch.tv/Argick, where I get distracted by video games instead of trying to get to 10 times on Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Of course, Callie, where can people find you? We'll quickly get that.
Yeah, just CallieMacN Twitch. We ring racers. Just search for people playing ring racers. You'll find me.
You want to see that.
my bread and butter at the moment.
Ring Races is great. Hopefully, maybe, depending on what we do next year, if that fits, we'll definitely be looking for that. But, Huds, anything from your end?
Yeah, firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to the other 3 here for joining me in this lovely little race. It's been great to showcase it. Genuinely, Dream Team best Sonic game of 2023, hands down. I want to say a huge thank you, Hibby and Amber, for organising this. GDQ for once again hosting this each year and continuing to do it. Ray and Richard in the background doing all the tech. Thank you very much. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Hud601 if you want to come see me do silly things. And most importantly, I just want to wish everyone a very happy Pride Month and trans rights are human rights.
Amen. Alrighty. And then Rhodes, the IGT winner, RTA loser. It is what it is. Have you
The big
got
gap, and
anything that you'd like to
this
say?
is the prime example of the big gap when you have the races, 4th place, 1st place, kind of all the switches and all that kind of stuff. But I want to give a shout out to everyone again. You know, Hibby, Amber, everyone that's run the events, all my fellow runners here. It's fantastic, a lot of fun to do that stuff. I've really enjoyed it. I've been on GTQ a few times, so love being a race stream team and whatnot there. You can find me over at twitch.tv/KingRhodesTN. I'm going to be starting actually the Sonic 3D Blast grind to break what we think is the last minute barrier. So I'm actually going to start the grind tomorrow. That's like one of my last big goals I have in speedrunning. So I'm going to get
Awesome.
24 and 3D Blast. So it's going to be a long haul, I think, for that, but we're going to try to grind and do what we can do.
Yeah, all of these runners have got awesome projects in a range of different games, and more often than not, if you tune into a HUD stream, you'll see Argick and vice versa. So they never stray too far away from each other. Do check out all of these runners and whatever they are cooking up on their streams. Well, folks, that is only the beginning of day 2 of Sonic and the Sidekicks. We are going to be taking a little break. We're going to be stripping things down. We've not got quite as many runners, but we have got some great talent. We are going to be having Roman showing us the Sonic 1 SMS. I'm all over the place. We've got the Sonic 1 SMS remake with Tails, which, if you enjoyed the 16-bit remake of Triple Trouble, you might enjoy what this game has to offer. So we're going to be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. Make sure that you get up, have a little bit of a stretch if you're able to do so. Make sure you're staying hydrated. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit.